Okay, so welcome Sandy and Annalise to my session today, Intro to Yoga Philosophy. I hope you can see the slides. So we are first going to get some blessings from the divine, and I'm going to chant a small mantra. So just relax and listen to my voice, and you can keep your eyes open or closed however you like it. And here is the mantra if you would like to say it. Om Sehna Vavatu Sehnau Bhunaktu Seh Viryam Karvavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. So I'm Archana Arora, and I am an Ayurvedic practitioner from Yoga Veda, and I'm also doing YTT with them. And I live in Seattle, Washington. So I would like you to introduce yourself in just one line or two, and just share like what yoga means to you. So Sandy, if you'd like to start.
Sure. Well, I'm Sandy Krzyzanowski, and I live in Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. Yoga came to me via just my inquiry, my desire. I started as a personal trainer, and I still keep that certification, but yoga is my love. And then I had a back injury close to 20 years ago, and that got me deeper into it. So yoga to me is healing. And the path of my yoga trainings took me into trauma-informed yoga. So that's my niche. And that my parents were prisoners of war, so it's kind of a heart, it touches my heart to be able to do trauma-informed yoga. So again, yoga to me means healing.
Thank you.
Okay, hi Archana, hi Sandy again. My name is Annalise Machado, and I currently live in Austin, Texas, originally from India. I started practicing yoga as a late teen. I would go back to India when we would visit. We used to live in South Africa, and my uncle, I think he was the only one in the family actually that practiced. So I got introduced that way, but I did most of my training in the US with occasional visits to India to seek more traditional type of training, I would say. And for me, it's been a way to find a connection to my physical body and the space that surrounds me, just being an immigrant and moving in different places, underlying, and to also help others find that same home within their body, whether it is to heal something that is from generations or current in this lifetime they've experienced, or just to find a way to be at ease and be at peace with where one is, knowing that we are always making space for something new coming. So to release what is not needed, I suppose. And mainly in the yoga, I focus on therapeutic yoga, and through Hatha yoga, alignment, but not only the physical, to align the, I guess, the consciousness into the physical expression. So yeah, that's it. Thank you.
Wonderful. Thank you, Sandy, and thank you, Annalise, for sharing what yoga means to you. So you rightly said, it's healing, and it's like a combination of consciousness and body and mind. So word yoga or yog, it comes from the root word yuj in Sanskrit. And yuj means to join, to yoke, to bring two things together. So in that context, it's comprehensive system of well-being. It extends far beyond the asana postures. So asana postures are a part of it, and it's a way of living. And to end the suffering of humanity, Lord Vishnu's snake serpent Adishesha, he took avatar in 200 BC, and he compiled Yoga Sutras, 196 sutras. And I'm going to just share two sutras here today. The first one, the subject of those Yoga Sutras was Atha Yoga Anushasanam. Like yoga is being disciplined. So you have to first be disciplined to start the journey of yoga. And when do you do it? You do it now. So not tomorrow or yesterday. It's like now, and now is every moment is now. So and I really like, how Annalise, you said, it's like being at ease, with ease with yourself. I really love those words. And so how will we be at ease with ourselves when we don't have undesirable tendencies, or something running in the back of the mind all the time? And so that comes in the second sutra of Yoga Sutra of Patanjali, which says Yoga's Chitta Vritti Nirodha. So purpose is explained in the second sutra. The purpose of yoga is to control the undesirable mind tendencies. So with this, I would just like to go to the 4 paths of yoga. And these paths are like, because we all are unique individuals, as you know, and we understand that what works for one may not work for another. So I may be like too much judging things and, too much analytical or reason everything. So I might like Jnana Yoga. I might like to read scriptures and, studies of books and what Deepak Chopra is saying about this, let me just see and contemplate on that. And there might be, someone like, say, Annalise, who likes to volunteer at schools or, old age homes, and, share her time and give her time to those people and share her knowledge with them. So selfless service and selfless sharing of things comes under Karma Yoga. And then there is Bhakti Yoga. So Sandy might say, hey, my back hurts, so I had this thing. So I would like to slow down things. I would like to just, have those slow, easy going, okay, so I would like to follow a guru or a divine figure who can share these things, okay, do the readings of scriptures and, other parts. And I just follow, I have that unshakable faith in them and I just follow them. And that path also leads to enlightenment. And then there's Raj Yoga, which was developed for royals, the kings earlier. So they have to, make hard choices. They have to go to war. They cannot avoid war. They have to protect their kingdom. But they have to be loving as well. They have to be caring. They have to include everything in their path. So they have to maintain balance of being harsh sometimes, being soft sometimes, being in the middle. So for them, Raj Yoga was the best. And it's not like if somebody is doing Jnana Yoga, cannot do Bhakti Yoga. It's combination of, somebody can choose combination of one or another, because these things were written long ago when they were like classes of people. Okay, so this class Pandits will do the study of scriptures and stuff, then Kshatriyas will learn to fight as well, and integration of everything. So this is what I understand from 4 paths of yoga. And if you have any questions, just raise your hand. I will stop there. Otherwise, I'll keep moving. So in Raja Yoga, there is 8 paths, 8 limbs, which are included in Raja Yoga. And those are like Ashtanga Yoga, which has 8 limbs, and which is our next slide. Sandy, you wanted to ask something? Okay. All right. So this brings to our next slide.
Sorry, 1 second. Do you need to pin your video for the recording?
I'm good. It's my picture on the top and the slides. So I think we're good recording. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for saying that. Yeah. Thank you for reminding I'm recording. Okay. So we are on the 8 limbs of yoga, Ashtanga Yoga, which are Yama, Niyamas, Asanas, Pranayam, Pratyahara, Dharana, Dhyan, which leads to enlightenment, Samadhi. And so these are like steps. These are just the steps to prepare us to progress towards enlightenment. And so these are like broad subjects. So I'll be covering only Yama and Niyamas today because of our time constraint. But if you have any questions on this slide or till now, whatever we have covered, I can go on that. You good? Okay. So we come to yamas. So before going to yamas one by one, I would like to say, like, what are the obstacles to yoga practices? Obstacles could be, if I'm feeling sad today, I will not feel like going up and doing any of these practices. If I am feeling bitter about something, if I have restlessness in the body or pain or ache somewhere, I didn't sleep well, my neck is hurting. So if I start to meditate, I will not be able to just let go and relax and let it flow. So these are obstacles which come, in everybody's lives. So, and even irregular breathing. So if I'm too much angry, my breathing is not regular, again it affects. And so these things, kind of stop us or hinder in our progress. But yamas are the don'ts, the moral restraints, which keep us on the task, which keep us on the path. So if we practice non-violence, if we don't hurt other people with our actions, words, speech, our mind, if I'm not thinking ill about you, my mind will be at peace and my subconsciousness will be free of any hindrances. And when I start to meditate or do any practice, I'll be more calm. And the next one is non-stealing. And non-stealing could be coming late to a meeting, and we are stealing, like, say, if we are 10 minutes late, we are stealing 10 minutes of everybody's time. And stealing an object or stealing graphics from somewhere. So it would be like a better practice to share the link and, okay, this is the resource where I took this graphic from. Or if you have made it yourself, if somebody wants it, you can allow them with some permissions. Then truthfulness. So if we lie to somebody, it always bothers us. It bothers us that, hey, what if he comes to know, or if she comes to know? So we fear, we are always in that worry. So but if we are always truthful, we don't have to worry. So these tendencies will not come and bother us when we are meditating. And then brahmacharya. Earlier it was like a different concept, like, okay, the first 25 years you have to be practicing celibacy, and then the next 25 for working and so on. But these days it's more like being in moderation and being faithful to our partner, and being loving and open in our relationships. And then comes aparigraha, which is non-greed or non-hoarding. So these days, the one thing which I see is under our parigraha is a lot of clothes, over there, and we hardly go out and we hardly wear, those things. Okay, for last 1 year, if I haven't touched so many clothes, I should be sharing it with people who don't have jobs anymore now, and they need clothing, they need food. So we should be sharing if we are blessed enough to have those things. So that comes under our parigraha. So I'm moving on to niyamas. If you have any comment, you can just open your mic and. Okay. So now we comes to niyamas, the personal conducts, the do's. And in this, we start with shaucha. So if we are not taking shower, or if we are not keeping ourselves clean, we'll not feel very enthusiastic or very happy to do some things. So keeping your body, environment, your mind clean, it all comes under shauch, purity. And if your workspace is cluttered, or if your house is cluttered, one part of your mind will always be thinking about, hey, I need to clean that. So if things are clean, the vibrations are good, it gives you more energy to do your practices. And then comes santosha. Santosha is like having attitude of gratitude for whatever we have. It's like working on our goals. Okay, keep setting goals, keep progressing, but at the same time enjoying the fruits of the previous goals. what happens is, when we reach one goal, one day, 2 day, we party, we're happy, we're doing like, we're so happy. And then, that thing comes, okay, we get too much focused on going to the next goal, that we stop enjoying or having, now this contentment feeling of, what we have already achieved and so many blessings that we have in our lives. So Santosha helps us, it reminds us to just accept what we have and then progress. And then comes tapas. Tapas is a big one, it's like, I love it. Because every day, there's one or other tapas to do. The moment I started Ayurveda, it was like, okay, we should get up early. But, one day you wake up at 5, and a second day, okay, you sleep till 9. So, that discipline to, okay, wake up at 5, making it a habit, that kind of tapas, it takes, strength, and it makes you strong. Once you make it a habit, it makes you strong and you feel happy about it. It really gives you fruits. But while we are at it, earlier yogis used to go to sit under trees and fast for, fast on food, or not talk for the whole day or whole month. So that was their tapas. But these days, when we have to integrate everything, we have to like take care of our family, we have to study, we have to do whatever we have to do, we have to work. This tapas, it's like different for everybody. For my son, it would be doing homework on time every day, without mom and teacher reminding him. So this tapas, this discipline, when we make it part of our lives, it becomes very easy to, reach our goals, or, be on the path of whatever we are on. It gives us strength to nurture and progress. And then Swadhyay. Swadhyay is to contemplate, to reflect on ourselves on daily basis. So it's like, there's a saying that your mind, it's like a garden. You can grow flowers or you can grow weeds. It's up to you. So when we leave it unattended, the weeds grow. But when we plant the flowers of love, compassion, understanding each other, being there for each other, like you people, agreed to be there, for my session, so I'm really thankful for you people to, be there. So when we plant those flowers in our mind, there is no place for the weeds to grow. There's no place to lie. There's no place to think ill about anybody or envy anyone, or just see, we are in a world like, okay, we have gone through maybe some scriptures or have done some Ayurveda programs or something. So we have some touch of Vedas there, but not everybody has that. So not letting the ego come up there that, hey, I know this, why don't they behave this way? So just having peace and, compassion, and letting them be where they are. And if they are open to the teachings, share with them. If they are not, letting them be. Everyone has their own path to follow and progress. Because some people, I've seen, even if they don't study Vedas or Upanishads or any scripture, they are so nice in their dealings. They do whatever needs to be. These yamas and niyamas are part of their daily life even without knowing the scriptures. So we should be like compassionate and just allow everybody to nurture and be ready for service. So last one is Ishwar Pranidhan, which is like so many things are beyond our control. We all know the nature, other people's behavior towards us. And Ishwar Pranidhana is like letting go and having unshakable faith in some power there, a deity, or a divine figure, or a guru, or anybody you believe in. Maybe a stone, if you start worshipping that and allowing, sharing things with them, the stone, and letting go of whatever is bothering you, you feel free, you feel calm, you feel that ease and peace. So Ishwar Pranidhana is, okay, whatever is in my control, I can change, I'll change. If I can run away from this, I'll run away. But if I can't do either, I will let it, let the God or divine or universal power take care of it. So that again brings us to peace. So with that, I'm just leaving it to the God and the universe and divine, how my presentation went. And thank you so much for joining me. If you have any questions or comments, I would really appreciate that, because you guys are really experienced in yoga. This is my first presentation out there, and I would really appreciate if you have any comment or suggestion.
Well, I felt like you pointed out some things that were important that I maybe hadn't thought about. Like I wrote some notes. Where did you say it? Being able to enjoy our previous goals and not always striving for the next. You pointed out some things that are more, I think, modern day, which made it more personal for me. And for the reflecting on ourselves, remembering that everyone has their own path. So using that study of self-reflection to look at other people. So I found there were some ahas that I never thought about looking at it that way. So I liked it very much. I thought you did great.
Thank you, Sandy. That was wonderful. Like coming from you, that was wonderful. Thank you. So, Annalise, do you have a line to say to me?
Yes, thank you so much, Archana, for inviting us to be here. It's been a while since, these are in my mind all the time, the yamas and niyamas, but I love the way you presented them. And just as Sandy was saying, you give so many examples, I think, across the board for, we can say, different type of doshas, for people or life experiences that makes it less vague and like, oh, it's rooted in ancient philosophy, Vedas, how will I understand? Actually, it's all it can be applied day to day. And even for Ishvara Pranidhan, people from different religions or spiritual practice, it's not rooted in anything specific. So I like the way you reminded us of that. I also agree with what Sandy said about being reminded that, we can appreciate the fruits or the gifts of what we have just gained and sit there for some time, enjoy it rather than go to the next. I think that is so common in today's world. Not for everybody, but it's the common type of, feeling, I would say. So really well presented. I liked your slides. They were very clear and they're lovely to look at. And you have